So we're going to have a look in the little six berth first. We're going to go on a bit of a tour around different vans. I've sort of said it last year, six berth, this is the year for six berth this year. I think family vans again might just sort of pick back up again. So this has got bunk beds either side. Again, if you're going to the NEC, you'll be able to see the base camps at the NEC. The range of the base camps that they do now is smaller, but still very, very much the same sort of a thing. This has got the awning, and this makes into a double bed at the front. All of these seats fold up, so you can move the cushions, fold these up fully, and you've got massive amounts of storage. Back does the same as well, so it's like a trailer for storing things over the winter, and obviously also travelling, so you can put all different things in here. There's tie down points on the floor, so you can put bikes in, canoes in, whatever you want basically. Really, really good versatile van this is, and again six berths as I say, so a nice family van. Even all your cupboards then, you just literally take these out and take that bag down to the beach with you then, so it works really, really well for storage and for versatility. So a good family van this is. What have we got next? So again, on Friday's video we all sort of did our own little NEC show. We didn't get a chance to go to the NEC unfortunately. Well, now some of you commented, and again, if you have or haven't been, let us know in the comments what you thought. Was it good? Was it worth it? So again, a very I don't think things have changed hugely on the new. There's not massive amounts of new stuff that have come out. Obviously Coachman doing their 8 foot wide 2 berth, so that's quite interesting that they've focused on the 2 berth market and offered that 8 foot wide, so I think that again will do very, very well. And again, what's interesting is that the Lusos, which are big heavy vans, very expensive vans, have sold very, very well, and I believe the Bessicar, again similar sort of a thing, have done very, very well as well. So this is the complete opposite, a lightweight, quite a big van again, 19995, but only 1400 kilos on this. Big van, so loads of sort of room, nice island bed, nice washroom at the back. So yeah, a good van. Obviously over the last couple of weeks we have been talking about starting to do little checks on our caravan. Hopefully, I feel like the weather might just get a little bit better. We've had a lot of rain. I think they've said it was like 40 odd days of rain constant. So if you have been keeping an eye on your caravan, if you found any leaks, obviously now is the time to try and stop those leaks and make sure that it's not going to cause any other problems. We'll have a look in another little 2 berth actually. So something to start thinking about is cleaning the van. I know that sounds a bit mad at the moment, but obviously if we can keep especially the roof clean, that's our biggest one. Try and keep our solar panel clean, so that then if you've got a solar panel keeps our battery a little bit better, so these nicer days with the sun is just going to work to its most possible output. It's going to give you the best chance of keeping that battery charged up. So just a bit of a spring clean really. I know we're nowhere near spring yet, but we can hope and pray that the weather is going in that direction. Silicone spray in your window seal, so if you have found any sort of little leaks off your windows or anything like that, good clean around the actual window rubber itself, and then some silicone spray. I'll try and find some links for our Amazon shop, or if you search Google for the Caravan Place Amazon shop, go into our Amazon shop, you should be able to find all silicone sprays, toilet sprays and different bits and bobs on there as well, so that will all help you. But just a good point now to sort of go through the window rubbers and just keeping those in as best condition as possible. Opening your windows up, we can sort of get a build-up of moss and dirt and rubbish and bits and pieces in the window rubbers and the window track area, so again trying to keep that nice and clean is a good time to do that. Same on the roof as well, so if you can get onto the roof safely, brilliant, or if not, a set of ladders or steps in here, and sometimes you can go actually through the roof, like be very, very careful. But then obviously moving any rubbish and debris from around the roof. Obviously all the leaves off the trees now should have come off, and we shouldn't be getting any rubbish from the trees coming onto the caravan. So that is a good time to sort of now clear off leaves and bits and pieces like that. We shouldn't get any more back on again, so fingers crossed. I'm trying to find where some of the new ones is. A lot of the new ones that have come in and been sold straight away. So again, just making it, we've got a couple more over on the other side. We've got a nice little, a couple of nice little two bursts actually. So we'll head over there in a minute. I know that we've looked in some two bursts. 19995, the Sprite Major 4 EB. So this was a special edition, I believe. It's got a nice island bed at the back. I'm just looking at what's special. I think it was the Vogue, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was a spinny special. So again, not doing so many of the special editions now with a lot of the manufacturers. They've just tended to do like Sprite exclusive, and that's just been for the different dealers, so that they're not doing individual dealer specials like they used to do anymore, but there is a special edition model where you can put extras on. So a bit of a shame, because I think it was quite nice having where the dealer could sort of put on, we've got another one here actually, the dealer could put their own little spin on things and sort of what their customers like or have noted or put through. And again, I've said it before in our videos where we will get it where certain things will sell really, really well, and then another part of the country will be completely different. So having something that's tailored for your customer from that specific dealer, from what they've had back, really works well. I like this. I like the colours in this. What do you think? Sounds manly colours, this, because that's two women now that have gone, oh no, I don't know. It's
the pillows.
You could swap those. I can get rid of those. Both pillows or just one pillow?
One.
You want nice pink fluffy pillows on there, don't you?
Yeah.
Would that sell it to you if there was nice big pink fluffy pillows?
Probably.
So you can change that dead easy. So pillows and bits and pieces like that, dead easy to swap. But yeah, I like the colour scheme in this. I don't know. Gina said exactly the same. So yeah, it's strange. Again, this has got the nice washroom in the middle, island bed at the back, and this had got the Swift command system as well. 18995, and it is a 2021. So yeah, I like the colour scheme in this. Again, a lot of people, it's funny, they go, oh, I don't like that colour scheme, and then they put throws over it anyway, and then cover it up, and they never actually see the cover of the upholstery. So that's another option, that if you don't like, if you found a van that ticks all the boxes but it hasn't got quite the right upholstery, just put covers on there, throws, because chances are you'll do that anyway, and you'll have spent all this time trying to find and pick a van that sort of you really like all the colour scheme, and then you'll go in and you'll cover all the stuff up anyway. So just, it doesn't matter. If you find one and you don't like the colours, just cover it. Covers over there. Protects all the sofas and everything as well, then keeps it really nice condition for the next owner, and you get no benefit at all of the lovely colours and what have you. So it's what we do. It's what we do. So nice one again. Side island bed on this one. This is the 8 foot wide as well, so a bigger, wider van. Does make a big difference. Got our big fridge freezer, and then we're going to look at some smaller ones. So again, we've been saying it over and over and over about our leisure battery. So as I just mentioned about our solar panel, we need to make sure our leisure battery is still in good condition, because again, we've had so much rain and darker days that if you've got a solar panel, it's possibly worn down. I've just spotted something on this van. Have a look on this alloy and see if you can see what I've spotted, and let's go and have a look at them.
Sticker.
A sticker, Tyron bands. So let's have a look at how the Tyron bands work, what they do, and we'll have a look in some other little bands then. Tyron bands! So these are the bands that go in the wheel and stop your actual tyre coming away from the rim. So it basically, when you have a flat tyre and when you change a tyre, the gap in the middle is where the tyre is allowed to go into for it to be able to come off of the rim. So it allows the tyre to shrink basically into this area, and that gives it the room to come off of the rim. So if you have a flat tyre, the tyre basically works itself into this gap and then allows the other section of the tyre to come off, and that's what causes the tyre to come off of there. So this basically fills in that gap. So when the tyre is fitted, pressed down, so the tyre then gets compressed down, this goes in, tightens up and fills this gap. So that then stops the tyre being able to come into this gap, or shrink effectively, and come off of the actual rim, causing more damage. So it's like a run flat tyre system effectively. So on the cars, what they tend to use is a big foam thing in there, and then obviously different fluids and what have you. So on the Caravans, that's how it's done, and that's what the Tyron band does. It does make a difference, so it makes it safer, and sometimes it will affect your insurance and make the insurance better as well. So if you let your insurance company know that you've got Tyron bands, once these have been fitted, we've got little stickers then that can be placed in. So if you're sort of thinking, have I got Tyron bands, haven't I got Tyron bands, normally a little sticker on the alloy in this area will let you know that it's actually got Tyron bands fitted on there. And let's find one. Or what I'll do, I'll get one of the new stickers and I'll show you the new sticker, and I'll give it to Steve back because he's about to fit these. So that is the sticker that then should be on your wheel that would let you know that you've got Tyron bands fitted. Sometimes those have come off, so if you have a look through the books for your Caravan, there might be a big Allen key, and again Tyron information, and that again normally indicates that you've got Tyron bands fitted to your Caravan. So yeah, Tyron bands really good. They do make a difference. They, again, a lot of the insurance companies will see and respect that you've got Tyron bands on there, so that does make a difference. Nice Swift Challenger Sport 524. So this has got the side dinette, the rear washroom, good family van this one, again 11495, 1410 kilos, massive kitchen area, huge kitchen area, and again a good washroom as well at the back on this one, and a good weight. So a nice family van this one. Even as a two berth I think it works quite well, to be honest with you. So you can, obviously that makes into a single bed, and we've got a bunk bed. You did a video really early on, didn't you, where you did your Mary Poppins transformation.
Yeah.
We'll have to find the link for that. And
I did one on the front and everyone was coming for me.
Oh yeah, I can remember.
So I did it wrong.
You rage baited them, didn't you? You rage baited them.
And then I did it again. And I still did it wrong. Second time I did it.
Who'd have thought making a bed can be so
difficult?
Yeah. So yeah, everyone's got their own opinion of how the bed should be made. So again, we've got as many sold vans as for sale at the minute, which is not a great balance, to be fair. So we just need to speed up our sort of getting the vans out through the doors, and luckily we've got the room here to keep the sold vans in, which was part of why I think at Garden Village we'd run out of space. It's been just over 12 months since we moved over here completely, and that was part of the reason. It was we'd outgrown our old site at Garden Village, and then we'd just found that it was a lot better actually just to put all the stock in one location. But even so, we've still sort of found that even though we've got the extra room, we're definitely using it all up already. So maybe we need a bigger site. Not any hints or tips or anything there, but yeah, maybe we need a bigger site or somewhere else as well. So this is just me talking rubbish now, by the way. So nice two berth Coachman VIP 460, 1500 kilos, so a heavy two berth. Have a look at the size of that washroom.
Is it massive?
It's massive. It is.
Oh wow.
Humongous. So yeah, really good washroom on that. Separate shower and toilet at the back. So yeah, big luxury. I think Coachmen have always done luxury two berths, and they've done them really, really well. And that is a big luxury two berth. So yeah, that's nice. Got a motor mover as well. If you want something smaller, a bit dizzier, a little bit lighter, we've got a little Pursuit 402. So this is the little Bailey Pursuit 402, going from one extreme to the other, a little bit smaller, this one. So 10495, only 1150 kilos this one. So really, really lightweight, nice little van though, and you can use those as single beds. You don't have to make the double bed up, so you're not going to get in trouble for making the bed up wrong. So they work really well, and again, good little washroom at the back as well, so a nice little one. Hopefully, as I say, if you've been to the NEC, let us know in the comments. What was your thoughts? Did you buy? Did you go for a new van at the NEC? What was your wait time if you've bought? Can you get it fairly quickly, or is there a decent wait now? So let us know. Now, we bought a caravan off somebody that's bought a motorhome, and it was a good few months, and he bought it a while ago as well. So quite a bit of wait time on some specific models and layouts and whatever. So interesting to know. Let us know in the comments. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's video. If you have, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comments up, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget, have a look at the socials with Isabel on the Facebook, the Instagram and TikTok, and see what she's doing over there. Thanks for watching on Mark at the Caravan Place.